Welcome back to another episode of Why Iowa. As track season is underway, my kids recently came home the other day and said, "Dad, did you ever run track?"
Here in the heartland, this is the working man. These are the fields of dreams of American. No, you can't take that away, 'cause I wanna stay here in the heartland. I'm here in the heartland.
And that question took me back to 1990 in my 7th grade track season. Athletics at Colo-Nesco at that time was 8th hour. You were either out for a sport or you had a study hall. Practice was 45 minutes and you were home every day well before 4 o'clock. Day 1 of track, we all lined up in the gym and you sprinted across. Day 2, we came back to the gym and a broom handle was placed across 2 boxes on center court. Day 3, we ran to the tee and back, roughly 2 miles. And the next day, we found out who our sprinters, hurdlers, and distance runners were. Simple, yet efficient. We did not have club teams, sophisticated weight programs, or speed development. Specialized wasn't even in our vocabulary. Multi-sport was how we got better. The loudest voice wasn't who we looked up to, but the teachers and coaches who developed young men and women into future leaders was who we aspired to please. Mr. Newton was the educator that led the charge for decades within our school. Like many of my classmates, he'd been a teacher and coach for my parents. So if he got out of line in school, word would travel quickly home. When I came through Colo-Nesco, he was the junior high principal, activities director, science teacher, football, and track coach. In addition to his administration, teaching, and coaching responsibilities, you would often find Mr. Newton filling in on someone's bus route, driving the school bus, and he'd even take me duck hunting before school in the fall. Accountability in the classroom carried over to practice. Playbooks were thin, but expectations were high. And if you got injured, he would quickly remind you it was a long ways from the heart. Society today spends a lot of time talking about scholarships and championships. Mr. Newton taught us the value of school-based activities and community. He established a foundation of values within us that empowered us to meet the demands of society. The classroom wasn't full of technology. Uniforms and competition venues were ordinary. But the lessons of school-based activities was priceless. Thank you, Mr. Newton. A reminder to all of our Iowa visitors, thanks to our partner Musco Lighting, all Iowa students receive free admission to the Iowa Hall of Pride.
Make a little money and make a lot of friends, which is more important, because you come here with nothing and you leave with nothing. Some people forget that, and that's no great statement, but sports is something that I don't think it makes him maybe a better soldier or a better sailor or a better military man. You have teamwork and you have cohesion, and I think it did have some effect.
You know, any of the majors are certainly, career highlights. So, but having done it, I would say, it's a pretty special week and it'd be pretty hard to replicate. So, playing the Masters, it was, certainly a highlight in my career. Yeah, I was a little disappointed in how I scored. I played pretty well. I didn't handle the finesse shots the way I would have liked. That's usually a strength of my game, but I think the adrenaline was a little high and my touch was a little off, but putting that aside, it was just a great week.
Every school across Iowa has a Mr. Newton. Please comment below on your school and the teacher or coach who made an impact in your community.